Hi, welcome to my video. So I install Ubuntu on I made a virtual machine, okay? So I'm gonna boot it up right now. And I'm noticing something different with BTRFS Assistant. And if I remember correctly, before I used to be able to restore wrong password. Restore snapshots here. See, like, I basically installed BTRFS Assistant. I set up Snapper by doing sudo snapper -c root / create config / like that. Okay, I'll do it again. It's already done. So if I do sudo snapper list, so it does show the list things that I install. Let's say if I install, let's say sudo app install Genie. Let's do some more. Let's do sudo app install neofetch and inxi. Okay. That's installing. This is just basically a default Ubuntu system. I did not configure it. I just installed for testing with BTRFS and Snapper. Now, if I do sudo snapper list, so it seems like it's working fine, right? So you go to Snapper. So you can create snapshots and you can delete snapshots. Now, what is this? So on Ubuntu, on Arch Linux, it will show root, but when you try to restore a snapshot, it won't let you. Now, on Ubuntu, before I could also restore snapshots. Now I can't anymore. It doesn't even show it. It doesn't show any target. Nothing. So what is the deal here? Like, what is the deal? If I install time shift, which I don't think it's gonna work, but because you need sub volumes. So let's install time shift. I think I'm just gonna use time shift with Arch Linux on. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to reinstall everything again because the way I set my BTRFS system, I kind of set it up for Snapper, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea. So let's load time shift. I doubt it's gonna work because of the sub volume, unless they fix that. Yeah, there's no @ so it ain't gonna work. So I really don't know what's the deal with that, because if I remember correctly, before it used to let me restore. It doesn't even show it now on Ubuntu. Now, what am I doing wrong? Like this here, you can, you know, you can't restore anything. There's nothing selected. Browse. There's no snapshot, but I do have snapshots. But is it not reading right? It used to work. This used to work. Like I don't know what happened. I don't want to complain. Can someone like really help me out here? Like refresh my memory. Like did it had that before, or I just never noticed it? In Arch Linux, I can recall that I have used it before and it worked because I have used it to actually restore a point before. But I notice it's not working now. And it's weird because it did work before in Arch Linux and also on Ubuntu. Like on 23.10. So, I mean, I can probably restore it just by, you know, doing a command line. But BTRFS Assistant is supposed to assist you, but it's not assisting you because it doesn't work properly. Like, there's no target. I have a config name root / it's all set up. Like, what is the problem? Like, I really don't know. Let's create a new one. Don't want to do that. Okay, create. Really? I can't restore anything? What's going on, man? I think I'm just focusing on this too much, but I think I'm just gonna give up on BTRFS. I'll probably just start using XFS, which is a CGI file system. Seems to be what I think would be better for me. I don't really need snapshots and all that stuff anyways. Since I can just back up things on my disk and there's not really much I have to back up anyways. And if a system messes up, I can always just freshly install a system and just use djup to restore my home directory, which is all my configuration, install stuff. It doesn't take long to set up stuff. The main thing is installing games back on my gaming PC. Or I can just leave it as it is and just don't even care about the snapshot feature. I have no idea, but I'm just really, I don't know what's the deal. But if anybody can explain or help me out in the comments, like that'd be really, I really appreciate it, because I don't know, did OpenSUSE change something with Snapper, or does Snapper no longer work with other operating systems besides OpenSUSE? Or I'm just setting up my BTRFS system wrong for it to work with it. Because even TimeShift now should just work with any style format, just work with any BTRFS system. I wish that would be the case, but it has to be set up with sub-volumes at and at home, which Arch Linux does by default if you just select yes for everything. As I select no for everything, but even with that, so I don't know. Cause I kind of like Snapper on Arch Linux, and one of my friends that has Arch Linux using BTRFS as well, just in the root with Snapper, told me that it has the same problem. It does the same thing what I show in my video. So, I don't know. It's it's mind-boggling right now. Like it's creating snapshots on Arch Linux. It actually on Arch Linux it actually shows here, but like let's say if I wanted to like restore something. See, it does that. You cannot restore the root of the partition. It used to work before. I really don't know what's up with that, man, to be honest. Is it because of this? Snapper cleanup? Well, anyways, I don't know. I really don't know. I'll probably just, in the future, if I ever have to reinstall this system again, I'm not going to use BTRFS. I'll just use XFS or just external 4 and just stay away from BTRFS and snapshots and all that. I do like the feature, but if it's always not going to work properly, I don't think it's really necessary on Linux, to be honest. It should be a default thing and it should work properly on any distribution, really. Or I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Who knows? Maybe I need to learn more of this file system better, perhaps. But yeah, it's it's doing my head in pretty much right now, and I'm gonna just stop. So, all right, thanks for the watch, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.